let's check in with our Chief Election Analyst, Tom Connell. Tom.
Kieran, this referendum has taken shape. So let's just remind ourselves where we're at right now. This is the vote that's come in. Tasmania, we've already said, is going to be a no result. 59%, 39% of the vote in. And on what expectations were happening, the no side way overperforming. New South Wales, we just wanted to see a little bit more of the inner city data, if you like, to see if that could possibly save what's happening. Because the trend so far out in the regions and out of suburbs strongly against compared to the benchmark for the yes side, if you like. And we are seeing in Wentworth a pretty strong result for the yes side. But that's actually slightly below expectations of what the yes camp would want if they're going to carry the state. So that looks good, but it's nowhere near enough. It's not actually making up anything compared to what's happening in the regions and also the outer suburbs. And let's look at one other electorate. We took you through a lot before and how bad they were in New South Wales. Here's another Labor-held one of Watson. So the margin is 15%. As you can see here, that's for Tony Burke, the no side leading by 5% at the moment. On the booth so far, we're talking about double digits down for the yes side compared to where they wanted to be. So the story in New South Wales at the moment is the state has certainly gone hard against the no in those regions and the outer suburbs. The cities are better, but they're not good enough. They're not going to save them. So in New South Wales, we are seeing that state gone now. That vote's no. The yes side will not come back from that. So now we see two states already for no. We know we can't see another one fall. And yet look at the numbers so far for South Australia. Only 10% of the count. And the issue here, again, it's been the same thing in South Australia. Some of those smallest or the regional seats, the early booths came in and they're looking dire. You can see here, look at this, 81% towards the no side. And we expected grey to be very strong for the no side. This is way ahead of expectations for the no or the yes camp. So there's your first issue. You're losing ground compared to where you wanted to be if you're in the yes camp. Then you get back and you say, well, the city's going to save us. Let's have a look at Hindmarsh, for example. So far, 58% no at 11% counted. It's a 9% seat for Labor. That one's not trending well again. So the regions aren't trending well, and this is below the benchmark both sides agree needed to happen, significantly below 5% or so. There's one area that's going a little bit better at the moment, and that's Boothby. But again, where this is tracking right now, the yes on 55%, that's about where the yes camp feels like it needs to be on the booth so far. But the problem is they're not making up for all the other territory they've lost. So South Australia as well, even though it's very early in the count, that's a significant enough margin. Again, the yes side's not going to come back from it. That's a no. South Australia, no. And it's pretty simple maths from here. Once you get to those three states, the referendum cannot pass. Now, I don't think that the yes camp's going to win either in terms of the overall two-party preferred. We wouldn't call that before we had a single vote from Queensland. But regardless, once you get that situation, you're talking about the entire referendum now because of those three states are going to vote no. The referendum has failed.